a new dialect is created. This dialect is nothing but a symbol of the love between two languages. The people in our country, they have noted their mother tongues, and the number of the mother tongues, it is more than 19,500. See, when I translate a poem into Marathi, I am using a language which is not my usual language. Actually, Kerala is a place of hope, not only politically, but for literature also. Whatever written is written in Malayalam, people are eager to read it. See, Scratching the Silence is a collection of my poetry in English, but I have been writing in Marathi since 1981. See, means about say 45 years I have been writing in Marathi, and these are the translations of some of my poems that I have written in Marathi. Scratching the Silence, see, the title itself expresses something that writing a poetry is an act of scratching the silence, because there are so many voiceless people around us. They are not able to express their angst, they are not able to express their dissatisfaction, they are not able to express the feeling of protest in them. I think poet is a person who can scratch the silence in the society. So it is an attempt to give voice to the voiceless. It is an attempt to express the feelings of people, the hidden feelings of people. So, and it's a duty of poet that he should explore the society, not only society, but what is happening in their minds, and what are the reflections of the happenings around us in your own mind. So, is going layer wise, it's not only never it is superficial, it goes down and down and down, and as a result you have to write something that will reflect the hopes, the wishes, and the expectations of common man living around us. So, Scratching the Silence is an act of protest, I think. See, I am looking at translation from two sides. Means I am the translator, I am translating poems from various Indian languages or from the languages outside our country also, from foreign poets also. This is one side, and the second side is my poems are also getting translated into many languages like Malayalam here, or in English, or in Odia, or Punjabi, or in Dakhni, or in Slovak, or German, or Turkish, like that. So, these are two different things. But when I started translating, it definitely helps me as a poet, because I have translated the poems into Marathi. Those poems were poets were really great poets, and I really appreciated them, I really liked them, and there was something that I could get from them after reading them. And when I started translating them, see, when I translate a poem into Marathi, I am using a language which is not my usual language. On the one side, I write poetry in Marathi. I have acquired my own language and I am using that language while writing the poetry. But when I am translating, I have to deviate from my own style. So I am writing in a different style. This means it's an exercise for me to adapt to acquire different styles, the different depths of the words. There are so many words that I never use in my poetry. This I could judge. There are some favorite words, and there is some typical style in which usually I go ahead. But while translating, I have to be honest with the style, with the worldview, with the construction of the sentences of the original poet. So this is helping me to expand my capabilities as a poet. So it's learning for me. Translating, I look at translation as a learning for a poet. In this way, I go ahead. See, I have been editing this journal. It's one of the oldest journal in Marathi language. It is now in its 80th year, and since last 8 years, I have been editing this journal Yugvani. So while editing, I have to screen the whole literary scene of Marathi, and I have to invite the articles. I have to invite some special issues we have edited. So, and I get so much of literature for publishing in the journal. So I find that the current literature, the current literary scene in Marathi is very much what I can say is definitely we can see good poetry, good novels also, there are good playwrights also, and they are coming with the writing that is in tune with the current time. So earlier it was the time of modernity, so the post 60 generation is still having a lot of impact on the literary trends. But after that, particularly after post 90s, the time has changed. And now if you look at the current situation, the time has again changed. There are and we can see the reflection of this current time in the literary writing. So I think they are in tune of the current literary scene. Yeah. We are really blessed that we are staying in India, because though there are only 22 languages included in 8th schedule, but if you look at the census of 2011, the people in our country, they have noted their mother tongues, and the number of the mother tongues, it is more than 19,500. So these much languages people in our country, they speak, and they have, of course there are some groups of these languages and they are attached to some main languages also, but they have their different cultural background, they have their own literature, and towards multilinguality, I think that we must accept the multilinguality, and there has to be some give and take, and there has to be some bonding among all the languages. So this is the main thing that I understand, and I think a translator can do a very good job of linking all the languages, because and nowadays what is happening that the language is also associated with one's own identity also, one's own pride also, and there are some ego issues we can see that because of some political pushes, two languages start the confronting each other. But the language never confront each other, the people confront each other. Whenever two languages meet, they embrace each other. You can even also find then particularly in some areas where there are people, we can say the boundary line. Suppose there is a Maharashtra, and immediately after Maharashtra you can see Telangana. So Telugu is spoken there and Marathi is spoken in Maharashtra. If you go to the border areas, you can see one beautiful dialect, which is a mix of Telugu and Marathi. So a new dialect is created. This dialect is nothing but a symbol of the love between two languages, because the people love both. They don't have any problem with two languages. So this is the way I look at the multilinguality, and really we are blessed. And the only thing is we should be able to reach out to as many languages as possible. And the main problem today, what I am seeing is we are not able to translate. The lack of good translators. We are not able to translate the contemporary literature from one language to another language. There is no continuous flow. There is no any we don't find any system of translation among ourselves. So it has to be systematized, and there has to be ongoing translation process. If something comes, some good novel comes in Malayalam, I should be able to read that language. That will enrich not only the writers but the readers and the whole Marathi culture. So give and take will strengthen all languages. So that, I think that is the most important thing. See, I have edited that book, Adivasi. It is a book of Adivasi Sahitya and Asmita Ved. That is a book. It's a book of prose writing by one of the prominent Marathi tribal poet, Bhujang Meshram. It has, so I have collected his essays, his lectures, and he has written his early poems in the tribal language, Gondi. So Gondi is the language where he started writing, and subsequently he switched over to Marathi because of for taking education he moved from the tribal area to a district place, and from district place he went to a city like Mumbai. And in Mumbai also but his whole journey we can see through his poems. So in Marathi now there are some very good poets who belongs to who have their tribal background, and they are writing in their own language also, and they are writing in Marathi also. And there are some efforts of translating from tribal languages to Marathi, and even there are some initiative is also taken to prepare textbooks in tribal languages, so that the young generation from tribal languages should learn in their own language, and then they will switch over to the formal Marathi language. So I can see some good writing, but the main problem is there should be a state support to all the dialects of a language and the languages spoken by various tribes, because every state is having its state language. There are some bodies, some mandals, and there are some academies for the welfare of the language. But next to that main language, there are innumerable dialects and languages of tribes and groups. They are totally neglected, and actually they are the source, they are the fresh source. They give life to your formal language. So I think the care should be taken for that. I have been reading Malayalam translation of Malayalam literature since long, and just to name few, I can say that I have read poetry of Sachidanandan sir, K. Sachidanandan, yeah, M. T. Vasudevan Nayar. These are the stalwarts from Malayalam literature. Secondly, I have translated many stories of Manasi from Malayalam to Marathi, and that book is also published. So there, I really A.J. Thomas, I have read his poetry, and he is a good editor also. Then Anwar Ali, I have read. Then Anita Thampi. So continuously, E.V. Ramakrishnan. There are so many excellent writers in Malayalam. Actually, Kerala is a place of hope, not only politically, but for literature also. And whatever written is written in Malayalam, people are eager to read it. So I think there has to be some systematic efforts that the Malayalam literature gets translated in many of the languages in India, at least, so that where the democracy flourishes, what kind of feeling the writers here they have, it should reach to every corner of India. So that will help in preserving and propagating the democratic feelings among everyone. Poetry is a symbol of hope. Poetry or any type of literature, we can say, it's a symbol of harmony. Why we write? Because we want to make the world better. Why we read? Because we want to see a better picture of our society. So literature is representative. It's a representative of the feelings in general, of the feeling of the masses. So whatever is within the minds of the people, that is reflected in poetry. It gets materialized. It comes into language. It is it has its own voice. So particularly in current days, in the days of hatred, in the days of where the people are going away from each other, poetry is an attempt to bring them closer and to say something that will make the life better.